People on average usually watch this YouTube section?
This is new actually.
Oh,
I
really?
think
Okay.
last year,
Okay.
last year we had like 4 people, right?
Oh, oh, oh.
It's just in case like people want to watch it from home. So
Oh. Well, there's no point coming then. Kind of. Well, not point, but like yeah, I mean like.
You want me to tape the? Can see it? Yep.
Andrew, can you make it a bit closer? Because people from the back, they won't be able to see it. It's like it's too small. Just closer. Yeah, zoom in. Yeah.
better.
Wait, I'll take it.
You just tape this.
Yeah, I'm not moving it, so I'm gonna use the whole roll. I should
Can you do a bit more?
be more.
Yeah, just a bit more. Like, like. Yeah, that would be good.
Just watch out for your.
Please talk to you if I don't have the package. I did not print the package.
Can you follow along? We'll post the answers at the end of the session.
Oh, alright. We don't need it, right? We don't need to print it.
We don't need to print it. We will post the answers. We'll start when YouTube comes up. Do you want some? Let's try some light here.
Yeah, like if possible, yeah, like light would be good, I think. If it's not too bright, yeah, that is good.
Just be careful of your zones. So put some tape.
Oh, okay. Wait, tape? Yeah, like if possible, yeah, like light
Oh,
would be
yeah, like
good, I think. If it's not too bright, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, just be careful of your zones.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like
put
if
some
you
tape.
tape it, I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
untape it.
Wait, tape? Yeah, like if possible, yeah, like light would
Oh,
be
yeah, like
good, I think. If it's not too bright, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, just be careful of your zones.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like
put
if
some
you
tape.
tape it, I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
untape it.
Wait, tape? Yeah, like if possible, yeah, like light would
Oh,
be
yeah, like
good, I think. If it's not too bright, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, just be careful of your zones.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
untape it.
Wait, tape? Yeah, like if possible, yeah, like light would be
Yeah, like
good, I think. If it's not too bright, yeah, that is good.
yeah, results.
Okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah. Yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. Yeah, that is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. That is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. That is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too right. That is
be careful of results.
okay.
So
Oh, I'm keeping wait, T. Yeah, like yeah, like what? Oh, yeah. It's not too Yeah, I think it's good to start. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna. And I guess you all have e version, open version, or anything. And, this is the structure of our session. So first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce how exactly the session will work, and then we're going to review. We're going to go through some material. I hope that you have at least slightest idea of what we're doing here. You know the formulas and stuff, and I'm going to cover even more material. My explanation will be based on what you know already. And then we're gonna do some practice problems that you can find in the course package. And then we're gonna have a break, even somewhere after my explanation will be based on what you know already. 6 or 7. And then we're gonna do some practice problems that you can find in the course package. And then we're gonna have a break, somewhere after my explanation will be based on what you know already. And then we're gonna do some practice problems that you can find in the course package. And then we're gonna have a break, somewhere after my explanation will be finished what you know already. And then, okay, so I'm not sure if you read the intro of my package, and to be honest, I don't care much because I'm going to introduce myself anyway. My name is Olga, and I'm a third-year Comm student. My options are BTM and OPLO. And I took BTM course, the 205 course last year, and well, my grade was pretty high, so hopefully my knowledge will be enough to help you guys this term to succeed in your midterm. And yeah, today is actually the day. I'm not sure if you studied before this session, but today is the day. The day has come when you're gonna start studying for this midterm. And okay, some notes before we start. So if you have any questions, I would appreciate if you ask them after session, or for instance, if you have a question that is really urgent and you don't understand anything and prevents you from understanding the entire material, the entire course, or like the entire problem. So just ask me right away. Otherwise, ask me after the review session because we will save some time for like more important stuff. The second point is, if you ask a question in class, then just please speak up louder. Hopefully, there's quite a bit of distance between you and me. So yeah, that would be nice for you. And tell me if I go too fast. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, the answer will be posted right after the session. So the slides, because there's some material which is not covered in the package, and the answers are going to be posted right after the session, or 5 minutes. Yeah, and yeah, before we want to start the practice problems, I'm going to give you like 30 seconds to 1 minute to go through the problem, just to remind yourself what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start like to kind of like the big picture. So which formulas are numerical and which formulas are return text to you. Because sometimes when you have like a very long question formula, for instance, you have to replace something and there are lots and lots of nested formulas inside. Sometimes you might be a bit confused. Okay, so there's like this huge chunk. So what exactly should it return to me? And so it's a good idea to have a general idea of which functions return what. So VLOOKUP returns either number or text. It depends on what you're looking for. So I wouldn't pay so much attention to this. So I will remember that like there are 5 formulas that return number to you: count if, sum ifs, blend, find, and search. And everything else will return text to you. So it's not mandatory to know, but it's a good thing to remember this and to know that. And you don't have to write down, chaotically everything that's on the slide because it's all going to be posted. So like, it's up to you. You can write down or you can just like listen to me and your own notes. And then the general rule for those formulas that have quotation marks inside, usually we always quote the text, any text inside the formula. And everything else, for instance, numbers, some references, and formulas, they should not be put into quotation marks. Well, obviously there are some exclusions sometimes. Okay, so we'll start with the if and or. You guys can see on your packages or like here or anything. If you don't have it, if you happen to not have it. So there are all the formulas um, for if, for and, for or, well, maximum, just so you know. Um, Okay, so for it, the general formula, the general rule applies. So quotation marks are needed for text, but not for numbers, not for self-references, and not for self-references, and not for formulas. And an or function, you can see formula as well up there. And the main thing, in addition to what you know already, I just want to make sure you guys notice and remember this for your entire life, like this for this midterm, that the logical operator should be inside. So it should not be like outside, it should be inside because otherwise the formula will not work. The formula will not know what you want from it. So this is kind of important because students make quite a bit of mistakes in this thing. And no cell arrays in arguments. Like for instance, if you want to say, I want all formulas from A2 to A100, for instance, to be greater than 70, you cannot use the range. You cannot say A2 column A100. It's impossible. The formula will not recognize it. Count ifs and sum ifs. So So yeah, as well, I'm not gonna highlight the gain because it takes quite a bit of time. But yeah, you can see the formula out there and criteria that can be inside the argument can only be in the form of numbers, reference, and text. Well, just general rule. Criteria should be enclosed in quotation marks when we have any logical operator inside or any text. Well, text is general rule, logical operator. Anytime you have equal sign or greater sign or anything, it should be in quotation marks. And you should not enclose in quotation marks when it comes self-reference or any formula. Well, for instance, 1 plus 2 should not be in quotation marks. And for instance, A2 plus B2 should not be in quotation marks. Numbers can be or can be not enclosed. It doesn't matter. Well, my advice would be to not enclose because otherwise it can get a bit confusing. Just don't enclose it. Okay, and I just want to make sure, I think you noticed this, but I just want to make sure difference between count ifs and sum ifs, apart from the meaning. So count ifs usually have even number of arguments. So count if Excel knows already you want to count rows. So you don't have to, there is no way to show the count range or anything. Just say this and your condition. So any range greater than 1, count. For some ifs, the Excel doesn't know what exactly you want to sum, like which range you want to sum. So you need to indicate this first. And so for some ifs, we have odd number of arguments. Does this make sense? I hope so. Okay, so we move on to the lookup. So, well, anytime you want to remind yourself of, general basic rules. Just look over there, and on my slides, there's the material besides that one. So the value you want to look up must be in the first column of the range of cells you want to specify in table array. So, for instance, you have a table, for instance, which is, let's say, child, for instance, like in a cinema. Um, there's a child, and you want to look up price for a child category. And you have, for instance, table array you have is like, for instance, name like Alice, and the second column of the table array child. The third one is price, for instance. So if you indicate table array starting with name, so Alice, and drag to the price, the formula will not work because the first column will be the name, not the category that you look up in the table. So make sure that the value you look up is in the first column. That's extremely important because otherwise the formula does not work. Lookup value can be cell, number, or text. It's basic. And it's just a trick, but it's not mandatory anything, just a good idea to make a table array an absolute reference, because when you drag down your column or something, then the table can be like moved left, right, and you will not get the answer you should get. So just make sure you put it in absolute reference. And for approximate search, make sure that you sort table array numerically from the lowest to the highest numbers, or alphabetically from A to D. It's important too because otherwise the formula, for instance, you're looking up, like you're trying to look up, for instance, number 25 approximate, and your number starts with like table starts with 90, and goes in descending way from 90 to 0. The first number the Excel will find will be 30, for instance, and from 30 to 35. It will not be correct. So make sure you sort it from the lowest to the highest. So next we go to left, right, and mid. I can't say much about it. There's nothing really, it's just as simple as this. If the number of characters is omitted, it seems to be 1. And spaces, well, when you count the number of characters, you should also count spaces. Those are also characters. Okay, so we move on to concatenate and the ampersand operator. So my tip would be, don't forget to insert the space between words. It's kind of important because otherwise everything will be junk of text and nothing will be readable. And you can use cells, text, and numbers for your formula. For instance, if we have the word love in A2, then if you want to get love U2, we will use either the formula that you can see up there. So notice that. Okay, so here we use the mix. So you don't have to use only text. You don't have to use only self-reference. You can use a mix of them. So we use A2. We don't forget the space. We use text, which should be enclosed in quotation marks, like absolutely every time. And then space again, and then number. Number you can leave it like this. You can enclose it. It doesn't matter. Alternatively, you can use the formula below it. So there will be A2 and space and text. Text should be again in quotation marks and space and 2. 2 can be enclosed or it can be not enclosed. Do you want to speak too fast? Too slow? Okay. Okay. Then string substitute and replace. Nothing can be said about len except for the fact, well, the stuff that you know already counts the number of characters in the cell. String removes all spaces from text except for single spaces between words. So those single spaces between any two words, it will not be removed. It will be like normal text. No, okay, let's move on to substitute in place. So the argument can be text or it can be self reference. Text should be again enclosed in quotation marks. We always include text in quotation marks. Self reference should be not. And both formulas are case sensitive. I heard that your professor forgot to mention this in class or in slide or something. So make sure you know this. It's kind of important. Both are case sensitive. So sometimes students ask which is better, substitute or replace. It's not that any is better. It's just they're different. So you use substitute when you want to replace specific text. You know already what the new text should be. You know already which old text specifically you want to replace. And in this case, you use substitute. So in the formula, you can see text. You should indicate already old text. You should indicate new text. And we use replace when we don't know exactly which text we want to replace. We want to replace with, but we know where that occurs, the specific location, the specific number of the specific position of the text. So we use replace when we want to replace any text that occurs in a specific location. And you can also see it in this formula. So all text, I would call this argument just text because basically you just refer to itself. And then start now, the position that you start with, number of characters you want to replace, and the new text you want to replace with. And also for substitute, there is this argument called instant num. It's optional, you don't have to use it every single time, but it specifies which occurrence of all text you want to replace with new text. If you specify this argument, only that instance of old text will be replaced. However, it counts within text argument. I guess I do. Okay, so counts within text argument. So what it means, for instance, you have this text in your E2, E2BD, and then, for instance, you want to replace only T only in BT. So what you say to Excel is like, I want to substitute. I want to take write only this word. So write A2 5 characters. I want to replace T with L, for instance. And I want to use only the second one, the second option instance. So the Excel start count not with the start of the cell. It starts counting from the word you specified. So, right? This one will specify BT only. So it starts from B. And the second one will be this one. So you can see it over there. And if you want to replace one character with two characters, you will insert them as well. So the last two functions, and we're gonna move on to problems, which is more important, I guess. Find and search. So find is case sensitive, but you can use no wildcard, and it's otherwise for search. Search is not case sensitive, but you can use wildcard. So both find and search return a number of characters from the start of within text, counting the characters you skip if start num is greater than 1. So we can see the example over here, what exactly it means. So for instance, you want to find m within this formula, and so it will return 5. Same for the search. There's also a question, which formula is better, final search, there is no one answer because they're totally different. If you want case-sensitive formula, but you don't really care about wildcards or anything, you should use find because search is not case-sensitive, and it works the other way. If you want to use wildcards, if you're not sure exactly what you're looking for, or like, you know, the number of vectors which is between words you're looking for, you should probably, I would suggest using search. Or you have to. There's no other choices for you. So wildcards are the question mark, asterisk, and tiling until there. You can find more information about wildcards in the course package that I have provided. I created for you. So nothing much I can say about them, unless you have questions or something. Okay, so I guess that's it for now. Yeah, I would pay quite a bit of attention to this because I remember last midterm I was tested on the type of the errors made in cells. So I would definitely I would try to memorize this. Well, the last one is kind of important, but not really. But the first two, I would try to understand what exactly um, which error occurs when. So explanation is provided. So okay, so the best is to come. So there will be a practice problem. We will start. Okay, hopefully we'll go through. We'll go through 1 to 6, and then we'll have a break. Okay, so as I promised, I give you 30 seconds, 1 minute to look at this. Okay, so what you have, okay, this is my advice, my personal approach. You don't have to use it, but that's what I did for my midterm and final, and it saved me quite a bit of time and it saved my marks. I got more than, I was hoping for. So my approach is the first step you might want to do is to look for mistakes inside the formula. For instance, quotation mark is missing, or the logical operator is not correct. In this case, it will save you some time, and it's like those small details that usually profs in MIS like testing on. So that would be my first step. And second step, if there are no mistakes, if everything is correct, well, in this case, check the formula logic. So, and that's the approach we're going to use specifically in this problem, for instance. Okay, so let's get to the first one. So choose all formulas. Okay, I guess everybody knows the what's given to us, the condition. So choose all formulas you can use for D2 to answer the question. Will you be able to join your friends with the result that you got for your final midterm and stuff? All conditions, every single condition, all three conditions must be met. So the first formula, I guess I'm just gonna go right to the answer. Okay, if you look at this, um, and you look again at the condition, minimal result needed is included in the range. So all our logical operators should be greater or like less, or equal. Equal is necessary. and we don't have it here. So it's strictly greater than B4, so final exam. So that's a mistake. The Excel will return, if you try it in Excel, it will return the correct answer. But in case, for instance, if we had 75 here, that would be a problem because the answer would be wrong, just because of this logical failure. So that's it. Like that's why I'm using this approach. So just because of this is incorrect. And the second formula, we look to this. There are no mistakes. The logical operators are correct. We have all the quotation mark. It's all correct. So check. The third one. As I said before, not only in end formulas, but just in general, we don't use the ranges because Excel doesn't know what you want from it. Do you want to sum it? Do you want to subtract? What do you want to do? So it doesn't recognize, so it's not correct because of this range. The fourth one is incorrect because of or. Because it says all conditions must be met. And here it says or. So it's not correct. So only the second one. We can use only the second one. Number B. Imagine your parents will care only about exams, only midterm score, only midterm score, and final exam score condition are relevant for this question. Choose one option to answer the same question. So as I said before, we cannot use ranges or like, and the logical operator should be inside the end function. It cannot be outside. The formula will not recognize what you want. So because this is outside, the formula is incorrect. Here, in the second one, we need quotation mark. So again, using the approach, my personal approach, we check for mistakes. There are mistakes like this. We have no quotation marks. So it's incorrect. So the answer is neither formula can be used. Okay, so number C. Imagine you're doing really well in your other courses, so your parents decide to be more permissive and ask you to either meet the final exam score condition or both of the two remaining homework and midterm. Both. And fill the gap below to answer the same question. So my approach for those questions that require you to give the answer, well, to write something, for instance, my approach would be first to analyze the cells that are given. In this case, there would be those cells that are given to us. Well, in this case, they're pretty much simple, nothing special. So you analyze them, they're kind of like complicated. And after that, formulate the answer not in the formula type of answer, but with just words. So, for instance, in this case, we would say, if my final score is greater than the minimal one, then definitely yes. Or if it's not greater, but my midterm is greater than something, or the minimal, what is it? The 70, and my hours spent on homework are greater than 2 hours, then it's yes. Otherwise, it's no. So when you formulate the answer in words, you can actually you can see the structure of the formula you need to create. So in this case, just as I said, if the you guys need the conditions, or you will have it these so you can see them. Okay, yes, you can. So the answer will be if C4 is greater than B4, that is final, then it's yes. Otherwise, if, and both conditions should be satisfied. So we should insert and. C2 is greater than B2, so that will be homework, and C3 is greater than B3, that was midterm, then yes, otherwise it's no. Same approach, would be for the next two formulas. So for the first one, it's relatively easy. You can just flip the formula, and say first, for instance, you can say if my hours and midterms are greater than the minimum amount I should spend, I should have done, and it's yes. Otherwise, if my final is greater than the minimal result my parents asked me for, then it is yes. Otherwise, it's no. So just looking around. And the third one, I'm just going to show the answer. It's going to be a bit faster. And the second formula you can create, just use one if only, and use both and or functions. So in this case, that would be if and then or gives us a choice. Either both conditions are satisfied or only final condition is satisfied. So or. Then and if both hours and midterms, all of them, or if both conditions or final are satisfied, and it's yes. Otherwise, it's no. So either you use two ifs, or you use just more and or. And so, just like I said in course guide, if you came up with any other answers, well, I guess that's possible. Then just come after session, come up to me, and we'll just discuss it, and we'll see. Hopefully, it's going to be correct. So we got with the first one, and then the second one is pretty much straightforward. Nothing special. You just use concatenate function or ampersand operator. So it's not a mix. It's pretty much simple. It's only cell references. So I'm just going to show you the answer right away. If you know the function, both functions, I guess you can do it. So concatenate A1. Don't forget the space B1 space T1 space T1. Actually, there's no space. A, B, C, D. Yeah. And same for the operator, A1 and space, and B1 and space, and etc. etc. So pretty much straightforward. I don't think you can come up with any other answers, but you never know. Okay, so second one was fast. Let's move to the third one. Is the pace okay if it's too slow? It's okay. Okay, hopefully. Okay. So, I should show you the answers. So just take a look at the conditions. If you didn't get, I'll give you 30 seconds around. Okay, let's move to the first and only question. We'll just go one by one. So the first formula, if you look at it, the cell lookup, the value we look up is correct, so it will be name, and then the absolute reference is correct. The everything is correct about this formula. There are no mistakes, and there are no logical mistakes. So that will be correct. The second one, if you look at this, there is no absolute, it's relative reference. So you cannot drag it down. And if you try to, you'll get an answer, but it will be totally different, and maybe it will be correct by some chance, but it will be not correct if the product looks for your answer. So we exclude this, you cannot drag it, and it says specifically over here that you could drag down. The third one, that's what I was talking about in the beginning. The value lookup should be in the first column. And here, if you use the entire table, the the value lookup would be in the second one. It's not possible. And there's no why, it's just impossible. The formula does not work this way. So because it's here, it says E, and it should say F, because that's what we're looking for.
I get that three. Like the third row. I put the first one, the second row, third row.
Wait, what do you mean?
So there, in the first one it says two, right?
Yes.
And this one, it says three. So is that okay? Because you're just basically checking for the third.
Yeah.
It's not about no, it's not about 2 or 3. It's just when we look up any value in a table array, the value we look up it has to be in the first column. Otherwise, if you look up, if you use the entire table, then Excel will look the H in this column. And here we have what is that? Customer category. That's impossible. There will be an absolute mismatch. We should look, okay, this column. Okay. Um, this column should be looked up in this column, not in this. And VLOOKUP looks in the first column. So this formula would be impossible, even though we use number 3. I mean, the number 3, well, if you think about it, it's kind of correct, but VLOOKUP will not find what you're looking for. So it's incorrect. Here, even though we don't use the absolute reference, we use the mixed one, but because we're going to drag only down one column, so we're not going to move through between columns. That's why this formula is okay. So we fix the row. So the row is fixed, column can be moved, but because we move down one column, our columns and table array will not be moving anywhere. So in this case, when you drag down one column, you can use mixed one. You can fix only your rows. You can leave your column just as they are. So in this case, we can use this one and this one. Any other questions? So the fourth one. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute for sure, because it's quite a bit of assumptions to read. Okay, so let's move on to the first paragraph, the first question. What is the minimum value of count ifs with one criterion? So, for instance, customer category. Because I specifically indicated that each person belongs to at least one customer and payment category, it's impossible that the person does not belong to, no categories at all. So, for this reason, in each category, there will be at least one person, at least. Whether you take customer category, whether you take payment category, there will be at least one person. For this reason, the minimum count ifs with one criteria would be one person at least. Minimum count ifs if we have two criteria, customer and payment categories. I did not specifically indicate that in course package, and probably that's my bad, but the idea is you can argue, okay, if you can see, okay, as you can see in this table, there are only three possible outcomes. A child has a discounted price, adult has regular price, and adult has discounted price. There are no other choices. It's only three outcomes. For instance, child cannot have full price. So child and one, that's just impossible. Well, I did not specifically indicate this, but I tried to, let it kind of make you understand. So that is impossible, and for this reason, the minimum count is for two categories is again one, because each person belongs to one customer category and one payment category. So each category has at least one person. So for this reason, the answer is also one. So move on to the second paragraph. For instance, imagine well, this is not the actual list, this is just example. Imagine all customers in your table will be children. In this case, all prices are zeros. So the minimum sum ifs, in any case, whether we have one criteria, we have two criteria, it doesn't matter, we have zero. The minimum sum if. The maximum would be if we have all adults and they all have regular prices. Yeah. In this case, there will be 5 times 100. There will be 500. So the maximum 500, the minimum is 0. Doesn't matter how many criteria we have. So this is a bit tricky, but it's quite doable. Okay, which of the following formulas could we use if we wanted to count all customers who are adults and get discounted price? So the first one, if you look at this, it's count if no S, and we have two conditions. For this reason, it's impossible, it will not work. Count if the second one, we miss quotation marks. As I said before, every count if or sum if, if you have logical operator, you have to have quotation marks, and we miss them, so it's incorrect. The third one, it has no mistakes. The logic is good, so we count if the person is adult and they get discounted price, so that's correct. This one. Count all customers who get discounted price. So count ifs, but doesn't matter one condition, it will work. So we have, even though we have quotation mark, it's number we can enclose in quotation marks, we can omit, we can use, we cannot. So it doesn't really matter, it's correct. Count if there are quotation marks, logical operator, everything is correct, the logic is good, so it's all good. Same here, count ifs, one condition, that's totally fine. Text is enclosed in quotation marks, that's good. the logic is good because we count all customers who are adults. Here, logical operator, yeah, that's all good. Quotation marks. Write a formula that will indicate the total amount paid by customers who are adults but don't get discount price. So, just like I said before, formulate the answer in just simple words. So there will be, we sum the prices if the customer is adult and if they don't get discount price, so they get like the payment category is 1. So that would look like this. So sum ifs, as don't forget because we have two conditions. Um, condition adult, condition your regular price. Okay, so we're gonna do the fifth one, and hopefully we can cover 2 more, then we're gonna have a break. Okay, so 30 seconds, 1 minute to read the conditions. Okay, so very often sum if is used alongside with if function. So that's very, probably you will see it in your midterms. I saw that in mine. So I want to make sure that you guys actually can, well, it's not that hard, but just want to make sure you can do it. So your task is to create a formula that would answer the question, did the company reach the break point? So for this function, we say if a certain, well, we formulate, as I said, well, first we analyze, well, you write the conditions. Then we should formulate the answer in simple words. So if a certain sum is greater or equal than 1,500, the target is met. Otherwise, the target is not met. So we'll just write down if sum is a certain sum is greater than 1,500. Target met, target not met. I'm going to use abbreviations because I'm just trying to save time. So right now we'll just be trying to figure out the sum ifs. The sum ifs is pretty much simple. So we should sum all the money spent if we meet two conditions. If the customer status, if the status of the customer is loyal, and if he or she made 4 or more purchases. So basically, the answer would be if if we sum money spent, and then two conditions. First condition, second condition. Status is loyal, and C2 is C9, so number of purchases greater or equal to 4. Target is met, target is not met. And just like your prof said, I guess he mentioned, it's better to use some ifs and count ifs all the time. Like count if and sum if, to be honest, I have no idea why it's so invented, because, I mean, they're basically useless. If we have some ifs and count ifs, well, we just don't need count if and sum if. It's just, I don't know, they just did it for some reason. Okay, so let's cover this sixth one. Well, yep, the sixth one. And we're gonna have a break in like 4 minutes from now. So my question would be to you now. Um, what do you think? Like, what are your answers? Like, what did you say when you were doing the course package? Well, if you were doing, for instance, or just look at this right now. Oops. Did I? Yes. So like, it's simple. You transform from A1, you should transform the text into A3. So just go through functions, like which function did you choose? What was your answer? Anyone choose the first one? Second one? You guys are quiet. Are you tired? We had a long weekend. Didn't matter? Any volunteers who tell me which function they use? No volunteers? Okay. On my own then. Okay, so just like I said, the approach we check for the mistake. So in this case, we're saying we want to transform this grid into this. Can anyone tell me what's wrong with the first function? I think it's great. I mean, here we have the small not capital comma. Full, yeah, period. Exactly. We don't have a period E. Okay, I'll just erase that. Here, okay, this is a tricky one. Here we have a period. Do you see that? Do you see that? I promise you, I was just on this. I was. I'm not mean to you guys. I'm just trying to help you. Okay. So you see this little period out there? This is our problem. And if you look over all the formulas, like all of them, literally, you will see we never, ever include full stop, well, period. Here we don't include, here we don't include, here we don't include either, and plus the quotation mark is not in quotation, the other thing. So this one is not, this one is not, this one is not, because we don't include the period. The problem with replace, exactly, we don't include the period again. Do you see 5? Grade has 5 characters. But the formula starts with a dot. So we should say 6. In this case, the formula would work. What do we say 5? So we say rate. Rate, or whatever you pronounce it. So, for example, we say we want to substitute this. The Excel does not see grade. It says something totally different. So this formula will not work either. So none of the above. Did I get you guys? Well, I was hoping for that. Well, I was also hoping someone would do this, but I mean, that was my mistake too. I mean, in practice midterm, I did this mistake, so that's why I'm teaching you guys. Okay, so it's 6:12, 7. Okay, so we're gonna have 5 minute break. Get some energy. You know, we're gonna do 3 more problems, and then hopefully we're gonna cover the practice meter. And so get some energy so that this thing doesn't happen to you when you have no idea what you're doing.
And we've also posted a feedback form in the Facebook page. It would be nice if you gave us some feedback on how we can improve. And if you fill it out, you could win a $10 Starbucks gift card. So you should probably give it a shot.
Okay, so
Yo, I definitely try son.
okay, so we want to find minimum content.
And so it's gonna be posted for like the new package if I want to like do it again later.
Yes, it will be posted up.
Oh yeah.
So each category has at least one person. So in child category, there's at least one person. Adult, there's at least one person. In each payment category, there's at least one person. So the minimum count is count is category equals child. One person with a category child will be one person, right? So the minimum would be one. The same applies to the because there are only three outcomes: child and girl, adult and one, adult and zero. Three outcomes. So for instance, you cannot say count if child and one because for instance, it's child and zero. I should say count if child is yes, exactly. One person. So the same would be applied to the sum ifs. So for instance, sum if it's a child. So there will be zero. For instance, imagine all these numbers here. All of them. So all five will be zero. Yeah, so all five will be zero. So zero, 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 zero. Minimum is zero. So and then the other one is maximum. It's just that all it does. Yeah, yeah. So it's like five and one hundred. So it will be
I need to go through the lecture slides.
which questions are oh, okay, 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 yeah.
So you said that there is something to do with like A to A, like they cannot find it. Is it only for if or like all the other functions as
For
well?
instance, when if pop up to you, like not to pop, like if the formula tells you that you should use range, you will pop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah. Otherwise, if the formula itself does not tell you that you should use range, you should not use range at all. For n, it does not say.
so like for if and all that,
Yeah.
it will not work.
No.
Okay. And what about this one? Like you said that this will not work as well, right? If there is something here,
Oh yeah. Okay. The logical actuator is
it's
outside.
outside.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So in here, you said if something and the condition here, and then you put the actuator outside.
Because okay, here if we use n, I'll show you just have a look. Operators inside the n. Possible outside. Like this is possible.
But for
With
if,
some if should be outside.
okay. So this is like for and or, it will not work.
Yes, exactly.
And for this, it will only the case of.
Well, yeah. For instance, like can I write?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If I don't know something a2 is greater than I don't know zero, for instance, you see, okay, if you look at all formulas, one of them, the logical operator will always be inside. So like even if like the simple like yes, no, sorry, I'm missing conditions. So even in this case, in case of this,
Yeah.
so every time the logical
But this will not work, is it? Will this formula work?
Yeah, this works. Because if the if equals greater than zero, then
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
here the logical pair belong not to some if. The logical pair belong to the if function. Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. I get it.
it's also incorrect. It does not belong to something.
Can we put the commas in logical operator with if, or it doesn't matter? Like the quotation mark with any logical operator, it doesn't matter.
We should
So we should for
logical operator. We should enclose the quotation mark.
Even if it's if, in case of if,
No,
or
no, no, no. Only count it to
only
something.
only
Yeah,
count
count it and count it. It's an exclusion. Like as I said before. General
the
rule.
answer that you showed me has it.
Yeah, sure. Wait, which question?
The same one, the last one.
Oh.
Okay, nice. Okay, I
Yeah.
got like other thing.
Yeah,
That was my
it's
doubt.
like okay, if you look at this, okay, this is general rule for most rules. However, if you look at this, see, I highlighted logical theory specifically to counts and counts. If you use the logical theory greater than equal to thing, you shouldn't. But it's specific to count it and sum it.
Yeah. But if it's an if, we don't have to use the commas like unless like we are specifying a text or anything. If like yes,
Yeah.
no.
But like if you would not, probably would not use equal to. You would just say one. Yep.
Okay. Yes, no would be still in commas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
so for this one actually.
Yeah, this is
So like so you said that the number can be either
We don't have yes.
either in condition or
Yeah.
right?
Why?
So when we put so let's say I have two here and my
Okay,
condition
so
Because I
is
remember
a
one of
which is
them.
equal to
Yes.
two,
okay, let's say
right?
this
I'm gonna put this with quotation marks.
Not for this one, but then yeah, there will be actual like either E that will be plus and one at the end which way even the column one at the end
that is only the
like
case
there is
when we're
this
not flagging it.
okay, there is not just by a lot. Like
So your answer will be like NA or some error.
case yes.
That's exactly right.
No, see, okay, so if you want like E to like G4, if you want to drag it down, then you would, and if it's not active version, it would become like E3 to G7. You know what I mean? Like the not the column, not I
Okay,
mean
yeah.
the
So
row.
so basically it's different, right?
Yeah, it is different. Like
The
you
row
would
is
never
basically
see
So
you
like
would
why
never know the
so,
row or
so
the
why did
number.
you say that?
Yeah.
The column is
Either
You can
the
absolute reference
use
both. You can absolute reference the rows. Both will work.
no, but you don't have
oh
to after
just
yeah.
print the printed value you
You
mean?
don't.
There's G and then
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for
Absolute
instance
reference.
here.
okay.
Yeah, the rows
Okay,
are there, but you don't
I
have
get
to
what you mean.
put
So like let's say it's true, we do not put
You missed that.
Yeah.
There are two answers. I know what you're saying.
yeah, there was one the number
it will
4.
be two.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Was
The
that right
answer,
or was that
the
wrong?
answer, the answer was with the
Number 4.
yeah,
The absolute reference.
the absolute reference and the one in which we had the row reference. Yeah, well, that one we.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You can use quotation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's just basically in the print value what you want to get.
I just have. Oh, okay. Yeah. The first you don't have to actually reference column, right? It's just the rows that you have to. Yeah, you have to reference the column you want your value to come. Yeah, it always links up the value from the first one. Yeah, so for instance, if your array just like G3 and G5, yeah, if you drag it down, it will become E3 to G6, right? But the column will still be the same. Yeah, you don't have to actually reference E and G. Yeah, but the rows you have to. Yeah, if you drag down one column, then it would bring down a number. Yeah, column, yeah, column. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay, guys, I gave you like 10 already, so I guess we can continue. I know you're tired. I know that, but still we have to continue somehow. And just like Andrew said, I would appreciate if you go to the Facebook page or you just write down the web link right now. And after the session, you go to this website. And it's not for me. I will never ever see this. It's just for CMP because they're so great. They bring all the review sessions to you for free, and you just, you have extra problem sets and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just help them out, just help them improve, and that would mean a lot to all of us. Okay, so we have 20 minutes, so we're gonna get done with these three problems. Maybe we're gonna have some time for a practicing turn, maybe. So, but let's see. Okay, the sixth one, it was tricky, but it was tricky but not that hard. And now we're entering the not advanced, but upper intermediate level maybe I would call it. Okay, let's go quickly to the problem if you didn't do it yet. Okay, so basically, first question, we just need to clean the text. So nothing much. This is easy. This is really quite easy, I would say. This is just trim function. So there will be trim, the function which removes the spaces. So trim and then a2. Yeah, that's it. I was hoping for one, but yeah, that's it. So yeah, and you just drag it down. Nothing special, nothing much. Um, the second one would be a bit harder. So filling blanks in the formula in C2 that if dragged down converts province abbreviations into full names. So what I made over here, my advice would be, if you're doing at home, if you're doing like a time or something, so I would suggest doing in colors because in this case it kind of shows you different parts of formula. So for instance, I gave you if already. So we know in a function there are three arguments. So the first chunk, even like in this formula, I'll just highlight this. So this is the first comma, and then this is the first argument. This is the second column. The huge chunk, the next formula will be the second argument, and this is the third argument. So this is some extracted text. Well, for instance, if we look at this, we can see that if some kind of extracted text, well, character, letter, anything, is equal to comma. So probably you can see it better in here because it's bigger. So if some extracted text is equal to comma, then we replace with something. Otherwise, we leave it the way it is. So we replace if it's abbreviation. We don't do anything if it's full already. So basically what we do is we say, okay, all, well, BC and just all promises in general have two characters only. So we say that we want to extract if we take, for instance, this amount of text, if we say that 1, 2, 3, the fourth character from your right, on the right, if it's a comma, then it is abbreviation. Because otherwise, British Columbia is really long. Obviously, it's not the fourth position will be, I don't know what it is, M. So if we say that the comma, if it's comma, you can see that, sorry. Okay, so if it's comma on the fourth position from the right, then it's abbreviation, otherwise it's not. So here, we can say that if first we take 4 characters on the right, So we took this 4, and we just need this one comma. So there will be left from this entire text and 1. So by doing this, we would extract the comma, which is on the right. So if there is this comma, if the fourth character on from the right is equal to a comma, it means it is abbreviation. It means we have to replace it with something. And so because we know, okay, here I use the abbreviation because otherwise the formula would be insanely long, but here it basically says British Columbia in the words. So we say replace this cell, some kind of, we start somewhere, only 2 characters with British Columbia. And so what we say here would be, we should count all characters in the cell. So there will be, I don't know, some kind of number around, 30, 20 to 30, I don't know. I didn't really count. But if we say, okay, we want to count all of them, and we want to subtract only 1. So for instance, if there's like, for instance, 30, well, not here, but like in the clean text. If there's like 30, here, and we subtract from 30, we subtract 1, it will be 29. So the position of B, well, in the clean text, this will be 29. For instance, I don't know how many of them there are. So this will be 29. This needs to be our starting position. Are you following me? So that will be our starting position that we actually need to find. So here, we will say when, so you can do it that way.
What did I do? Andrew? Did I switch it to light or something?
Okay. I'll just work with me and I need. Okay, that's good. So from the entire text, the clean text, not the full of spaces, the clean text, we subtract one character, and that will be the starting position, that will be the position of B, BC. So that will be our starting position where we need to replace our text. So instead of this entire thing, instead of these 2 characters, we would say British Columbia. Does this make sense? Okay. Hopefully everybody is with me. Otherwise, if it's not, if the fourth position is something else, it's M, it's, I don't know, well, yeah, it is M. It means its full name, so we just leave it as it is. B2. Well, the clean text, not the junk that we have right now. Can I move on? Well, if you have questions, please come right after the review session. I'll be available for 30, 45 minutes from now, from 7:30. So yeah, you're welcome if you don't understand anything. Okay, so problem 8. You're showing answers right away. So here, okay, let's just make it a bit quicker. The task is simple. You look at the cells. You should just extract the ocean, PTM, accounting, finance, well, all of those things. Okay, so because we don't have any multiple choice, we don't have anything, we don't have options. My approach is first we analyze the cells we're given, and then we formulate the answer. So what do we have? What do all those cells have in common between each other? Comma. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, actually, yeah, that's the observation. We have commas in common. But what else? What about the number of characters? Not in the entire cell, but partially. What do we have in common? Okay, yes. So what we have in common is we all have the course number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we have 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So before the ocean starts, we have 10 characters. And after the ocean, in any case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. So if we remove ocean in every single cell, we're going to have 16 characters left. Does this make sense? Okay, so this is our main observation. And so right now we can just formulate the answer. So we should replace, we should take middle because it's in the very middle, it's not on the right, it's not on the left. So we need the function mid. So in the middle of this cell, we should find this so I'll make it easier for you. We're going to use mid, find, and len. Len to count all the characters in here. Len. So there will be in2 minus 16. That will leave us the number of characters in ocean only. So here they will say there will be 3, here there will be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 if I'm good at math. So yeah, this is the observation we need to have. Right now we're going to say, okay, so what we need, okay, we're going to use search and find. Find is easier because search is not, it's insensitive to cases and use while, we need to use the while part, so we'll just start with the find because it's just easier to understand. So we will say we need some text in the mid of this of the cell. We need to extract some text from the very middle. So we say middle, we indicate the cell, and then we say, okay, we need the starting position. And so our starting position would be find. Because find, well, as I said in the very beginning, it returns number, numerical value. So we say we need to find the comma. Or you can say actually the space. It doesn't really matter. You can say comma, you can say space. It will not matter that much. But in case of space, it's a bit harder. You would need to say, okay, well, there's a space out here. Can you see it? Yeah. There's space out here, there's space out here, there's space out here. So there are also spaces, and the comma is like the first instance. And there we see it. The first comma goes right before the ocean starts. So like comma plus 2 characters. So we say we should find the comma to find where the ocean starts. We should find comma in this cell, and we say plus 2. So there will be comma plus space plus 1 character. In every single cell, in every one of them, we find comma, we say plus 2. This is the starting position of our ocean. Does this make sense? Not really. Okay.
We say +1 because there is only one space, right?
Yeah, but in this case, we'll start with a space.
Okay, yeah.
That's not what we need exactly. We need the first character of the ocean. And because of that, we should say space 1, character 2. So that's why it's plus 2, not plus 1, not plus 3, not plus anything else. So we say find, we tell Excel, find comma for me, and then plus 2, and this would be the starting position of the option. So that would be the starting position of the option. Starting position. The last argument from the function mid would be the number of characters inside in the option. So as I said before, we count every single character in the cell, and we subtract those characters, those 16 characters that we have in every single cell, because every single course number has the same number of characters, every single BCom obviously it's all the same. So in every single instance, there will be len d2 minus 16. So it will be the number of characters inside in the ocean name. So for this question, we say, cell, I want to extract some text in the middle of the cell. The starting position would be first find comma for me, and then plus 2, because we have space and the first character. So please find the comma plus 2. That will be the starting position of my ocean. And then you say, okay, and the number of characters that I need is just count all numbers inside the cell and subtract 16. Because every time we have 16 characters, if we subtract the number of characters, ocean characters from every single cell, any cell, we'll get 16. So we'll just say vice versa. So subtract from all the number of characters, just subtract 16. That will be the number of characters for my ocean. Okay. So this is defined. The search is similar. The number of characters for the ocean, it's all the same. There's no other way to find this number. What we're gonna do, instead of find, we're gonna use search. So if you don't mind, I'll just be a bit speedy. Search as much as I can. So after I did this, I realized I overthought of it. So, but yeah, we're gonna use the same way of doing this. Also using commas, because there are lots of spaces, there are lots of everything. So let's say, okay, Excel, almost okay, Google. Okay, Excel. So find. Don't forget the quotation marks. Find 2 commas for me, because as we can see, I can say here, every single ocean is enclosed by commas from both sides. So we just say, okay, Excel, just find two commas for me. But I have no idea how many, which ocean is going to be inside, how many characters it's going to have. So let's just say asterisk. So basically the same inside this cell. So that's the only difference, really. It's not that impossible. You can use spaces if you want to. You can use, I don't know what else you can use. You can use capital M if you want to. Oh, yeah, just a second. You can use capital M and then say plus, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do that, but it's kind of hard. Like the easiest is commas. Yes?
Instead of using find, could we have just written 10?
Like,
Because all the we have 10 characters before any program.
Yes, you can use that. Good question, yes. You can use that. Yeah, because here we have only 10. Well, I want you guys to use find and search specifically. But yeah, you can totally use it.
I was going to say we have to use find.
What is it?
Yes. The starting position would be, okay, here, for example, let's just start with the new cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in every single case, the option will start with the position 11. I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm. Yeah. In this specific, yes, because I want you guys to apply search and what is it? Search and find. But yeah, in theory, technically, we can do that. The starting position would be 11. Yeah. We can do that. Okay, so we're done with the 8. We have only one to go. So let's just get done with this quickly, and then we're gonna have either question and answer. I'm gonna answer your questions, any of them, and maybe if you want to. Well, I didn't really go through midterm, but I kind of remember this. So any questions on practice midterm, we can discuss them as well. So the ninth, it is a challenge because you have to use 3 to 4 formulas at the same time. So go through the conditions quickly, what we're given, and in 30 seconds we're just going to start it. And hopefully we're going to be done soon. Like in 4 minutes, you guys will be free to go or free to ask questions or do anything. Okay, so in this problem, you need to replace province abbreviations as you see them with full province names while keeping the rest of the address. And you have the example of what should be in B2. So I gave you a bit of hints already, so we need to replace, so we're going to use replace function. And we probably can see table array, so we're going to use VLOOKUP. And yeah, so far so good. So our main task is to replace. So probably, I'm not sure, but I don't think if you compare this project, this package to the practice meter, you're probably not gonna have anything that difficult. You're gonna have tricky stuff where you have to pay attention, but not as hard as this one probably. Or at least if you have to use 3 to 4 functions, they'll be kind of easy. They'll be like mean math, and or if so. But if you do this, you're just good to go. Okay, so we're gonna replace this cell. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so the starting position of our replacement would be just like, I like the formula len. So the starting position every single step will be the entire amount of characters minus 1, 2. Oh, minus 1. The entire minus 1. This will be this one, this one, this one. Yes, you can. So starting position then A2 minus 1. We need to replace in total, we need to replace two characters, ON, BC, BC, AB, and so forth. And then, when we say which text we want to insert instead of the abbreviation, we just say, okay, because we have this chart, say VLOOKUP, some kind of VLOOKUP will discuss a bit later. And so that will be our formula, really. So we just say, select the cell that you should replace some text in. The starting position is the entire amount of characters minus 1. That will be the starting position of our abbreviation. So two characters abbreviation. So number of characters is 2. And new text is some kind of text we're going to find with using VLOOKUP. And VLOOKUP is pretty much simple. So what you do here for VLOOKUP would be, okay, you say, I want to find only this text. You're right. So you say, okay, just take text on the right. Just take only 2 characters on the right abbreviation. And look up this value in this range. So there will be D2 to E11. So that should be absolute reference. Return something, some text which is going to be in technical, and it should be exact match. So there will be false. Or you don't have to use it because it's false. Oh, sorry guys. So false, just in case. We can see not that complicated, just use a bunch of different formulas. So that's a better version maybe, so just this one, the first one. The second one is just another possible answer. I'm not gonna go through this because you can see it's even longer. It doesn't even fit this page. So it's it's gonna be in the answers. If you come up with this, it's good, but the first one is the easiest. And the one I would actually come up with and the one I would use. If you have any other answer, just let me know. Email me, ask me right now, do whatever you want to. So, okay, it's 7:40. I'm kind of staying on track. So, yeah. Before you leave, the 5 minutes, just some tips on taking the midterm. As soon as I actually find them. Okay, so just like I said, the approach, I'm not saying you have to use it, but like my approach, if you have like options to choose from, first look for mistakes, then look for logic. Because for instance, in my final, we had absolutely insane questions with like, 2, 3 lines of just one option. And I was like, how on earth am I going to do this? And then I just looked closely and I was like, oh, but there's a mistake there's just a mistake in the formula. So that was good. I take some time. So yeah, if you have options, choose this approach. You have to write yourself first analyze, just like I did in 7th question. Well, hopefully you can see it because I can't find it. In 7th question, analyze, and 8th question. Analyze cells, just get them as much information as you can, and yeah, and then you formulate the answer with your own words, and then from those words you go on and you create a formula. And the multiple choice, the answer is already there. Just need to find it. Don't overthink. Don't think, okay, so I have this. How would I do this? Just don't think about it. Like, just find the answer. Honestly. It sounds mainstream, it sounds so mainstream, but students do it and students lose their time, waste their time. And also, you're gonna be allowed cheat sheets, right? Am I right? Yeah. So don't insert every single fact in it. Just don't, because some of my friends they did like, 9-point font and like they could barely see anything. And there's so much information, and you just don't have time to go through all of this. Just insert the most important, like the information you don't know. Sometimes I forget. And for instance, qualitative, insert sample, for instance, first time I did, I inserted everything, it was useless. Second time, I inserted only concepts, just like main concept, what it means, that's all. Just remember for yourself. And there's going to be, okay, I talked to UTA. There'll be no, okay, there'll be questions like you see on the practice midterm. However, remember that there will be no questions like, for instance, my third one. Yeah, for instance, this one. There will be no questions like this. There will be no questions like select all the lookups, for instance. There will be like, for instance, technically, which VLOOKUP you could use in theory. Like if you look at the practice midterm, you're gonna see this question. There will be if I could see it myself. Oh yeah, question 12. If you have it, or hopefully you do. Yeah. So for instance, how many of the following statements are true? The answer, well, yeah. So in theory, technically, VLOOKUP function can search for one input in a lookup table, etc., etc. So there'll be no specific example. There'll be just technically, hypothetically, what could you do? So that's what I'm doing here. And the other thing that your TA told me, there will be no questions like choose all functions which are correct. There will be how many functions are correct. So basically, the idea is the same, but the format is different a bit. So that would be my tips, and be very okay. The last tip: just be very attentive to the mistakes. Like remember my point, the period, and always remember that. Like they will test you on it. Probably not in the period, but not full stop, but they will test you on quotation marks, on that kind of stuff, brackets, any kind of detail you can possibly think of, they will test you on that. So yeah, if you're not studying, you shall not pass, or hopefully you shall pass either way, but just make sure. So yeah, answers will be posted like along with the slides. Okay, I'm gonna post those pictures because they're useless. But all the board information, like all those extra material I have for every single function that I post on Facebook page, and as well as answer key, you make sure you check your stuff again. And in intro, I'm not sure if you read this, but thanks for not emailing me before that, I have two midterms, like tomorrow. But emailing starts like right now. So if you have questions, like any extra or about practice problems or about practice midterms, email me, just, type me on Facebook or anything. I'll give it be unavailable like those, this time, like Wednesday and Thursday because I have midterm. But everything other than that, I'll be available through email and Facebook. And most welcome your questions on Friday because I have nothing on Friday. So, well, I know you have midterm, but anytime, really, best is Friday. Oops, no. So yeah, thank you so much. I know you're tired. I know it's late. It's like almost 8. But thank you for coming and good luck in your midterm. And again, if you have questions, comment us or email me or anything.
Send me your hours. The hours.
For the entire thing. Yeah, I'll send it to you like right away. Like, yeah, just give me 5 minutes. I'll just send it to you. I have it.
Sounds good. Good job.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to wait here.
It's okay. You have your time till like 8.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so like for these things, if like you were to read these kind of like long,
Yeah.
like how
Can I ask you guys about the question?
like,
Okay, So you guys
Can I
have
ask, did I start in the middle or what?
TA for two?
was a TA.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you do assignments, so I would use like just use a color pen that would be like really helpful, like just
No, let's not get down. Let's say,
yes, it's exam friendly. What I would suggest, probably which question is it? 22, right?
yeah, no, I'm just like,
Yeah, but like it's easier for me to show it if I have it right here. For instance, 22. Okay, like this. If I see something like this, I say, okay, the first one is VLOOKUP. We have so far I think we have 4 arguments.